Sorry about that. Well, now my PNG tuber just isn't working. One moment. Sorry about that. OBS had a bit of an update recently, and I had to refamiliarize myself with the yet again changed oh, goddammit, BikuBot, where are you? Hang on. Hang on, folks. Hang on. Let me, BikuBot, where are you? Oh, there you are. Off to a great start today. Yeah, apologies. I was looking over some potential ideas for future streams, and also working on some, some clip stuff, and yeah, brain just kind of got sidetracked, and then oh great, technical difficulties right when I want to start. So yay. But anyway, hello everybody, welcome back. First of all, let me go ahead and fix the redeem there, Senri, hang on, or at least refund your points so you can do it properly. Give me just a moment. Where were your stuff? Oh god, there's so many. Hold on. Okay. There you are. Alright. Okay, sorry, I also had to clear out the rewards queue. But hello everybody, I hope we're all doing good today. Might be a little bit slow, people might be a little bit slow getting in here today considering we are quite late. And that's perfectly fine, because I need to fix the dang screen again. So, give me a little bit. No, I didn't want to do that, I want to do this. You are, in fact, it's okay, Senri. We are all a little silly. I mean, being silly is part of my charm. So, it's certainly a Monday. It is indeed. I am beginning to understand the phrase "I hate Mondays." Even though I work on my own time, shit just seems to love going wrong on said days, and I don't know why. But settings. Oh god, here we go. Okay, give me just a sec, folks, whilst I get this figured out again. I really would like to not have to manually do this every time. Oh well. Monday's just a universal bad day. It kinda is. And hello, Matsy. Hope you're doing good too. Give me just a bit here, folks. I apologize. This is gonna take a little bit, but we are a little bit behind, well, actually, yeah, we are a little bit late anyway, so... Oh, God. Oh, God. You know what? Nah. I can't be bothered today. Wait, why is it up there now? Hello? Why is it up there now? Hi? What happened? No, now it's what is happening? Okay, hold on a minute here, folks. It's perfectly fine anyway. We need to, wait a little bit for people to get past the, thingamajig, also known as the ad break. So may as well take some time to just fix this again. You broke it. I don't know how, but I did. I'm sorry. Monday the 13th, worst day I've ever had. Oof. Yeah, daylight savings is a lot of fun, ain't it? Okay. Now we go to custom. Or wait, no, we don't need to do integer scaling. We could just set a custom one. Okay. Hold on. Okay, it was 2054. And then 1536. Good. What a wonderfully engaging way to begin. This is the wrong menu. There we are. What a wonderfully engaging way to begin today's stream, is it not? The music is very fitting. How do I keep forgetting the numbers? It's 4 numbers, Salem. Come on. You got this. You've got this. I don't have this very well. Okay. How's that looking? Hang on. No, wait. No, that's not it. We do that. No, wait. I think we did want to turn that on. Oh, God. Where? What did I do? Oh, wait. The aspect ratio is just different. Hang on. We just turned that back to what it was. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Now, no. Back. Where is my face? I seem to miss my face quite a lot. I don't know how the hell that keeps happening. It just does. Pardon me. Okay. So, that's... Okay, so the size is correct. But now the position is not. How did I do that before? Think... Y-axis, oh god, oh, okay, all right, we're zeroing in on the correct ratio, we're zeroing in on the correct settings, there we go, okay, and my face is gone again, I don't know how that keeps happening. Oh well. Hi, hello, welcome back. We're finally ready to actually do things and play games. And things are working fine now and not breaking, and I'm not at all frustrated with my own equipment today. I don't know what you're talking about. Hi, Lake County, hope you're doing good, sweetheart. I am a little bit flustered, have a late start, and technology just was not cooperating today, and now the frame rate's way lower than it should be. Cool! This is nice and fine. What the hell happened? Okay. Hi, Dunyan Rings. You've joined me as I am pulling my hair out, trying to figure out why this, things don't be working well right now. The frame rate is lower than it should be for some reason. Maybe I'll just fucking deal with that, honestly. Its curse is somehow transferred to you. It's true, and I don't know how the hell this happened. Honestly, we may just deal with it. Because I'll be entirely honest, my brain just ain't working well enough for this. Unless this somehow got changed to the fucking PAL region, it shouldn't have. No. I don't think it did. Okay, refresh rate's all looking fine. Let me go back again. See, I have nothing. I thought I had something to say to add on to that sentence, and I don't. My brain just is not working well working well at all, let alone right now. Go from having to fix last-minute technical difficulties and then just suddenly having more while I'm live. It's fun. Okay. You know what? I think we're just gonna deal. We're just gonna deal. It'll be fine. It doesn't look bad. It's just my ADHD telling me something not right, this not good, make better. But it's fine. We're okay. We'll live. Probably. But yes, hello everybody. Okay, now that we're past that little mess. When last we left off, we had just... Actually, what did we do last time? Oh yeah, we had found our way to the inside of the palace. Ah, oh god. Camera, stop that. What are you doing? Camera? 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 Okay.
Mouse is my favorite streamer. I love watching his stream every month.
Oh god, alright, we're good, we're fine, everything's working good. Hi Logic, hi Excess. I'm later than you anyway. Yeah, that's okay, we're all a little late today. This Monday got off to a start, we'll say. But hi, hello sweethearts, I hope you're all doing good tonight. Pardon my flusteredness as I slowly sink back into the welcoming embrace of the streamer mode and not have to be like tech difficulty nerd who is pulling his hair out as nothing seems to work the way he wants it to, until it just decides to work the way he needs it to because, you know. Anyway, how are you all doing? Sorry for missing Saturday, you know what? Speaking of okay, I gotta count my blessings here, because speaking of stream technical difficulties, and speaking of sorry for missing Saturday, for those who aren't aware, the Half-Life VR, but the AI Self-Aware 2 series just began this last Saturday. On Wayne Radio TV, for anybody who knows that, remembers that series. And I took that night to watch it myself because I had been waiting for this series to start for a while now. Let's go in here. Yeah, they're doing the new one. They just started it on Saturday. Shining down from the treetops. And I'll definitely say, pardon me. Starting it is a little generous. They certainly did start it, but to say they had technical difficulties would be putting it lightly. So, to briefly summarize XS, I'll just call it Half-Life VR. Half-Life VR is just a bunch of friends playing through the Half-Life games, while one of them, the main character, the streamer, is in VR, and everybody else is playing. They're playing it through Gmod. Everybody else is improv role-playing as NPCs that are self-aware and very shitposty. It is extremely, and like, they throw in random modifications that they prepared pre-stream. It's legitimately really funny. And what made it yeah, that's where hello Gordon comes from, if you've ever heard that soundbite. Unfortunately, Wayne Radio had a lot of technical difficulties that night when they were trying to do the premiere. Including but not limited to the game getting stuck on loading screens for upwards of 2 minutes at a time. Mods breaking literally mid-stream, so jokes and improv moments that they had planned just didn't work, so they had to pick up the scraps as best they could. Hi, how are you? Do you look for power stars again, Mario? Well, I know about the one that I used at the bottom of the lake, but it's been so long the giant tree seems to have absorbed it. Who knows if anyone will ever see it again. But yeah. And, let's see, what else happened that night? Oh yeah, just shit in the game breaking in general, but resulting in at least one moment where Wayne had to, like, mid-scene, had to break character and just be like, okay, no, I don't know what the hell that was fucked up. Alright, let's have a redo on that. Despite all of that, it was still very funny, and I enjoyed it quite a lot, and I'm looking forward to the edited version. I have not seen this DLS stuff. What the hell is NVIDIA doing now? And how badly am I going to want off this planet? More than I already do. Go away. It's not great. Oh dear. What are they doing? What are they doing? A direct rocket ship? What? Huh? Okay, hang on. Someone walk me through this like I have no clue what you're talking about, because I kind of don't, but... A direct rocket... Think DLSS, but AI. Okay, hang on. What was DLS again? I'm so sorry. I'm very... Remember, the himbo part of my moniker is extremely apt. Whoa! I guess we'll cool. Oh wait, right, RAM sticks. DLSS, yeah, deep learning, super sampling, but it's like in between frames and such oftentimes. Okay. DLSS 5 features a built-in AI. What? So the AI is built into the fucking RAM sticks? Am I getting the picture? It enhances graphics by making it all look like AI. It's on the Jeep. Oh, it's on the graphics card. Okay. So it AI artifies everything in the game in real time? Yeah, go ahead, Senri, but go ahead and post a link. This... I feel like this music is particularly apt right now. Hold on. I just need to educate myself on this. One moment, folks. Hands-on DLSS 5, our first look at NVIDIA's next-gen photorealistic lighting. Oh my god, it actually... Oh, wow, that's not good. You've got to be fucking kidding me. It says it uses the models, so it's not just image replacement, but yeah. Yeah, no, that completely defeats the whole point of art direction in a fucking game when you could just replace it. This is fucking dumb. And quite literally nobody was asking for this. It reminds me so much of that Spider-Man comic where Spider-Man is like, shouting at the pterodactyl dude. No
longer will we have to have brave fans fix games for the devs. Now the GPU fixes the boobies for you.
This is fucking stupid. It's so... All that technology and they'd use it for this. 'Cause again, on a technological level, it is very impressive. But they're using it for this shit? Again, it's like that Spider-Man comic. For all your knowledge, you could... I'm paraphrasing here, pardon me. For all your knowledge, you could cure cancer. And the dude's just like, but I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. Like... Hi, Druidic. You joined us as we're collectively... Our brain cells are collectively dying at the bullshit NVIDIA is pulling. Oh my god. This... Finally, a button that sucks all the style out of every game. I mean, let them.
One rich person paying $100 matters more to investors than two people paying 45.
Mm-hmm. Pretty much. Sorry, I'm just kind of sitting with this now. I need to psychically recover. So, let me look at that again. I'm sorry. This is like looking at a car crash, but like everybody involved is extremely stupid. It's like, I get why you would say, or why you would think this is at least impressive visually. But first of all, the character's face is completely fucking different. The eyes are different. The placement is different. What? She gets fucking porn star lips. Like... I wish all AI bros a happy spontaneous combustion. So, like, where is the nearest data center to me? I need to look this up because I need to have a lovely little large size stroll and not look where I'm stepping for a bit. You should look at the various game ones, like the Starfield ones. Indiana Jones game where the AI made the titular character no longer look like Harrison Ford. This is such a stupid idea, and no one... Like, the only people who are going to buy this, unfortunately, are the people they're marketing this to. You know. AI bros and fucking Elon Musk simps. And this is where our RAM's going to. This planet was a mistake. Just the whole thing. Quadruple games, everybody. Quadruple A games, everybody. Yeah, again, the quadruple A is the noise you're gonna be screaming once we get to the end of it. Hang on, just had a great idea. Let's turn those data centers into those rage rooms where you just get to smash stuff. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. It's like, you'll be destroying so much valuable equipment and stuff. Yeah, well, wasn't going to a good use anyway. So fuck it. Ah! Excuse me, sir. I need to be asked before I'm picked up, or at the very least, just be. I don't know where my brain was going with that. Sorry, I'm trying to get. It's like. The best way I can describe myself right now is I'm like rubber banding between mentalities. And it's like, I'm snapping back into stream mode, but I'm also like still recovering from the utter like, sir. You know, that's just rude. Anyway, anyway. The world's a fuck, but video games are fun. Cut to somehow Mario looking like Chris Pratt while you're playing. Like, slowly, they just, like, it's not just Chris Pratt voicing Mario. Slowly, Chris Pratt just replaces Mario. This is the future that AI bros want. See, again, this is why you don't let thoroughly uncreative people be in charge of creative things. Or people who just don't... People who don't value creativity or art at all. You don't put them in charge of art departments. Like, what the fuck? Anyway. Cynicism over with for now. Let's get right back. Let's have fun tonight, yeah? Had a little bit of a stressful afternoon getting stuff to work. I want to have fun with all of you over here joining me on this goofy little adventure we're on. Let's talk about the Bing Bing Wahoo. I love how now, oopsie daisy. I love how gaming now has, canonically has two, well, I say now. Gaming actually does have two, specific Wahoo men, but for different reasons. We've got Mario, who's the Bing Bing Wahoo man, and then we got, what was it? Then we got Dante, who's the Wacky Wahoo Pizza man. Okay, I gotta take a break from the cynical thoughts. Dante from, like, not DMS, but, like, the, numbered Devil May Cry games might honestly be one of my favorite characters. And I've never actually, I've only played, like, one Devil May Cry game, and it was the 4th one. But Dante, in everything I have seen him in, is always, like, such a fucking goofball, despite looking like you'd think he'd be an edgy OC, and he acts like a fucking himbo, and yet is unapologetically and unironically cool at the same time. Like, I think, honestly, I think that kind of speaks for how much I value contrast in character design, both in terms of color and in personality. And just contrast in general, it makes things more interesting. Alright, I'm gonna contrast my ability to play, my lack of confidence and ability to play games with... Hang on. Big scary mouse, but he's actually really nice and fun. I mean, that's kind of like my whole thing with Salem's design is, he's a mix, like, the whole aesthetic I had with Salem is one that I like a lot. It's a mix of obvious sex appeal because, you know, the hips and everything. But you have the cool factor with the more anime aesthetic. God, the trees are so fucking big and they're getting in the way of the camera. Sorry. What was I saying? Right. You have the hero hair as well, is what I like to call it. Which also adds on to that cool factor. But they're also a little mouse who's got the cute face going on and has very flirty energy and is a little gremlin. And he's 2'9". I like combining things that don't feel like they should work together, but do. Yep. I gotta, makes me feel like, it makes me feel bad I got an NVIDIA card for my new computer, but oh well. Eventually, oopsie, I am doing wonderfully today. Well, I guess today is gonna be more of a chatty stream than, that's a wall. There we go. It's gonna be more of a chatty stream than, you know, Salem progresses and shows skill that he just does not fucking have. Oopsie daisy. Small in stature, big in personality. Indeed. In many ways. The two contrasting points of Salem. Obvious sex appeal and creature energy. Yep. Little gremlin who will flirt with you and also just likes to chill and is also very chill as a person and gets himself into trouble quite a lot. Speaking of which, actually, how many people do we got in here? Because I was waiting to show this. We got about 12 people in here. Okay, that's fine. You know how I mentioned that I was what's the word? I mentioned that I was working on redoing Salem lore, and I was still in the midst of that. Well, I ended up throwing something together a couple of days ago, just out of spontaneity in the old video editor, and I would like to show it to you all. If you would, if that would be, if you would not mind taking a small detour. Is it lore time? It is. Now, it's not like a full primer or anything. It's more put together like a trailer, but I'm quite happy with it. Now, I need to make sure the audio is working on it properly as well, so it may, when I started it may sound a little weird initially. We'll see. Anyway. I'm very, very happy with that, honestly. Yeah, not quite what you expected from the way I present myself, huh? Oh my god! Hi, Deadly Wrath of Darkness. Welcome. First of all, wonderful name. Second of all, you came in just after a big lore drop. Like literally right after. Badger Raid. Hello, hello. My name is Salem. I am a thick mouse himbo who talks about video games and other stuff and is a bit of a gremlin and a creature and exists in a digital universe, and I play games a lot. Oh, well, Deadly Wrath of Darkness, thank you for the follow. Actually, I should get back into character. Thank you for joining the lobby. I say in character, it's just me, but, you know. Alright, running back. We gotta get the timing right. Hey, Safi Gala, welcome. Appreciate it. And man, thank you all very much for following and joining in. Snaps the mouse. Hey, fellow rodent, welcome. Mouse? Yee. I am mouse. Thick mouse, but, you know. Also, fair warning, I'm also a fair bit of an uncensored mouse. I can be quite flirty and silly. I kind of jump between goofy gamer energy and also we'll drop a spicy implication or joke and then just move on like nothing happened. That's the sort of energy we go with here. That said, I did just like finish showing my audience a lore drop. Or I guess trailer for the setting that I come from. We are sex positive here, but don't get crazy. Exactly. I just got through showing a trailer for the setting that I am in. And, oh, well, Wildberry Stowed, hello and welcome. Thank you for joining the lobby. Hope you enjoy your stay. Now that, and since you're all here, I figured I may as well replay it to give you, to get you all up to speed. I think the stream has live playback. It does, but you know what? Fuck it. I'm really happy with how the trailer came together, so I'm gonna be, I'll just go ahead and replay it. Oh, and also, for people who are new here, yes, there are I don't know if you could tell, it's very subtle, but there's a lot of Deltarune and Undertale references around here. Can you find them? Any case, yeah, we'll just go ahead and replay it. So, get comfy. It's only a few minutes long, but it is movie time. Again, not quite the tone you'd expect given what I look like and how I act, but what can I say? I'm a lover of contrast. But yes, in any case, I do plan to do a more thorough write-up on the details and all the nitty-gritty of the whole setting, and to get into more like specifics of how it works. But I had the idea for that trailer for a while, and I'm just like, I had the opportunity to make it one night. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Why not? Let's spend a couple hours throwing that together. Honestly, it came out better than I expected. Now, granted, I didn't have enough time to throw a lot of what's the word? Art pieces together for it. So it's mostly just text and a background I ended up coming up with. But eventually, I'm gonna be drawing some references for other characters in the setting and all that stuff. In any case, back to Mario. Wears its inspirations on its sleeves. I mean, yeah, I'm not shy about what I'm inspired by. That being said, if I do ever do anything like official with the setting, obviously I'll be making it its own thing entirely. It'll still like be pretty clearly inspired by stuff, but it is going to be doing its own thing with its own music, own art assets, and all that stuff. Yeah. For now, this is just something I'm doing for fun because as much of a little gremlin as I can be, I'm also a bit of a dramatic bitch. So there we go. Ow! Fuck. I'm good. I was playing Metal Gear Solid for the first time. It was fun, but can be frustrating with stealth stuff.
I am clearly not a reference to anything in particular.
I need to give you a hat or something. I've had the idea to give the Soul Heart back there a headset just to set it apart, at the very least. But I don't know. I kind of think that the soul just being here is also funny. Anyway.
Here we go!
But in any case, I hope you all enjoy your stay. If you have to raid and run, that's also fine. I know how it can be sometimes. You should give it a big smooch. Eventually, I do want to do more like interactive rewards and stuff.
No, I want a hat. Give me a hat.
Okay, well, I guess I'll have to figure out a hat. You know what? We could give you a hat with a. We could give you a hat with a headset. Without the context of Undertale or Deltarune, the soul just seems like a heart, not representative of anything. Yeah, so I'll probably give it its own little spin. I had the idea of giving it like very simplistic but expressive quote-unquote eyebrows that are just lines that, okay, there's an invisible wall there apparently. That randomly emote with each redeem.
I want a cat-eared gamer headset.
Okay, you know what? I may just. Well, it's like I could come up with a couple, but I also like the idea of it having one actual defining hat that it wears. Also, wait, what am I doing? Quick lily pad hop. Okay, I am somewhere else entirely than I need to be. Oh, and let me get caught up with chat a little bit. I do love your Sona. Mice are heckin' adorable. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I do love. I have been a lover of rodent Sonas for a very long time, and only last year, I think a couple months. Hang on a minute. Fucking goddamn it. Yeah, so this is the other half of the stream where I just continually mess up, stubbornly refuse to do anything else, and then mess up in the same way again. Okay, there we go. We're fine. What was I talking about? Shit. I actually forgot. Fuck. Oh yeah, rodents. Last year around August, definitely before August, around March, I'd say April of last year, I came up with the design to came up with the idea to completely redesign a mouse character I had for a while. Whoops, I probably needed you. And with the help of a very, very close friend of mine, Jinx Doodle, came up with this design for Salem. And over the course of the last few of half of last year, I started streaming as him, and it's been a lot of fun. It's a side of myself I haven't been able to like fully express and just occupy, I guess. And it's been extremely nice. Now, that's all well and good, Salem. Now, what the fuck do we do about the lily pad situation here? That's a very good question, me. So what do I do with this? How do I... Ah! Fuck it! Well, not like that, apparently. Maybe I just need to do a very quick triple jump off the other lily pads. Damn it! Yeah! Well, glad to see I'm as good at this game as ever. Excuse me? Okay, here we go. Fucked up how long it took me to figure out you can't actually walk on lily pads. To be fair, they kind of look like you could. You know, if you're really small. Well, I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to do that. Huh. Alright. What to do? What am I doing wrong here? Let me go back. Ah! Ah! Damn it. How are you supposed to get enough height to get there? Well, I mean, that would normally be a very easy question for me to answer, but unfortunately, we can't do that in this particular game. I am still limited by the rules of whatever game I'm inhabiting at the time. So, hang on. Let me try something. That's probably the point of the level. Whoa. Fuck it. Okie dokie. Okay. This is probably gonna be a really jank solution that shouldn't work at all, but I'm gonna try. If the camera I would love for the camera to stop being itself for just a little bit. Okay. Nope. Fuck. This is obviously not the correct solution, but... Yeah, okay, it's not the correct solution. Let me go look around a little bit. Well, whilst I ponder the questions of life and why that coin just isn't working for me. How was y'all's weekend? Anything particularly fun happen? No. Damn. Wasn't a good weekend, Peanut? Working on getting a new car. Oh shit, sure. I apologize. That's awesome, Sir Shark. What kind of car are you looking at getting? Take your time. Sorry, brain had to load for a sec following today's technical difficulties. A coworker had a religious epiphany on the way to work, and guess who? What? Huh? Wow, that is, So, doing the whole, like, Well, I guess I'd say talking like they just discovered God. No, that is literally what they did. That is interesting. Huh. Like, how long did that go on for? A Toyota Corolla, I believe. Oh, nice. Had to take my car out for a Ah, shoot. Well, cracking open a cold one there, Salem. If by a cold one you mean a can of sparkling water, you mean a can of Waterloo, which is just sparkling water, then yes. Although it's been sitting there for a little bit, so it's only kind of cold now. Alright, I have been just bouncing around, which is something I do normally, but like, what do...
He heard a mediocre gospel song on the radio while high on weed and told me how he God has made a connection with him. He did not show up to work today.
Well, yeah, God made a connection to him and raptured him and such. It's fine. They're probably fine. Okay, so no, they not only had a religious epiphany, they were high off their ass. I see. Wait, they were high off their ass on their way to work. Okay, what am I doing here? Quick lily pad hop. Alright. This is gonna be one of those situations where the solution is extremely obvious in hindsight, and I'm gonna look and feel incredibly stupid. God's purest soldier. Random guy high off his head. Well, God works in mysterious ways, or whatever. Where's that bunny? Okay, the bunny's gone. Okay. Burning bush while talking to a oh, that's good. That's good, Track. Damn it. That's actually... Fuck, I wish I thought of that. That's actually clever. Ow. Okay, you know what? Let's exit the course. Thanks, I stole it. Well, it's clever. Yeah, let's exit that course and let's go back into it, I guess. Maybe, you know what, actually, let's check out the other level we haven't gone to yet. Let's check out the ice level. Ow. Chilly lookout fight. And I immediately don't recognize this music. The best jokes are never your own. Sometimes it really do be like that, but oh well. I feel like there should be something here. Chilly lookout. Okay, so just gonna assume we're going this way.
Giving him my number was a mistake because 2 hours after I got home he sent me 3 paragraphs worth talking about the Holy Trinity and Jesus ministry.
What the fuck? I mean, good for them, I guess, but like... Do you know this person very well, or are they just like somebody that... Okay, were you just the did you just happen to be the person that was the closest when they had this moment? I had assumed we were going to talk about video games. Oh, I see. Well, that's... you know, the video games to talking to God pipeline is... I mean... I mean, the Pope literally had Undertale. I wonder if Pope Leo has it, kept it. Do you think the new Pope was just informed of the Undertale
the
gift?
first person he met after his epiphany.
Ah, I see. Ah, fuck it. I have experienced many things while playing video games. The grace of God was not one of them. No, in fact, if anything, a lot of the times games make me, make me swear in God's name. A lot. So, what I'm basically saying is I probably have a list. Or rather, there's a list I'm on up there, and it's not a good one. Oh well. Oh, hang on. Excuse you, Mario. Mario. Mario! There you go. Santa's naughty list. In a sense, but in a more divine way, I guess. And look. Naughty is definitely a word you could use to describe it. Okay. There we go. Jesus Christ. Have I mentioned I am amazing at this game? There we go. Oh, okay, I wonder who we're supposed to fight. Okay, that being said, this guy's a bit of a bitch. Oh wait, no, hang on. Just let him charge. Or that'll happen. Huh. Well, that whole situation just kind of solved itself. Your lack of skill at video games comes up quite often. Look, I'm bad at video games, and yet I've made a hobby and also a career out of them. As the camera just gently undulates. Don't worry about it. Oh, back we go.
Last message about this because I don't want to derail the convo anymore. But he's probably getting fired for that no call no show because he's already got an HR complaint for creeping out all the girls and overall poor work performance.
Oh, they're that kind of guy. I see. That's fun. Well, I got nothing, honestly. The dude just sounds deeply unpleasant. And now I'm about to do something that's really stupid. But it worked. So, oh, no, it did not. Well, it did for a moment. Whoopsie daisy. Anyway, mouse time. Mouse time is now. Yeah. Okay, so what am I? Snowman's Den. I noticed there's stuff down here. Owie. I'm good. Hi. Well, there's definitely snowmen down here. I wonder if there's a den of some kind. Ow. So how was everyone's weekend? Honestly, my weekend was pretty alright.
Mouse time, news time, swows time.
Swouse time. Yeah, my weekend was honestly pretty darn good. I had a lot of fun with hanging out with friends in VR. Considering it's the weekend before St. Paddy's, I may have gotten a slight bit completely wasted a few times, but oh well. It's fine. And ended off the weekend by doing a fishing world in VR chat with friends. It was really nice. Been playing GTA 5 since it's been ages. Have speaking of which, have they made any new announcements about GTA 6, or did they delay it again? I'm gonna go to a different world. Oh, hi. I wanted to play the piano, but I couldn't reach. Really? Was that piano made for giants or what? Oh well, I guess there are more important problems in the moment. Say, if you try climbing onto the chandelier in the entrance room, if you can long jump onto it, maybe you'll find something. This toad knows my life. Oh man, you can't like start just playing random notes but running on it. 0 out of 10. Actually unplayable. Fans obsessing over the graphic fidelity of the main character's arm hair. Graphic connoisseurs, we'll call them. Graphic enthusiasts. I don't understand. Like, at all. Okay, well, I don't think I can long jump onto that from anywhere. Oh, wait, never mind. I'm over here underestimating the power of my own legs. And there's a lot of them. Hang on. We're doing the unthinkable, and we're going with close-up Mario Cam for this. Nope. Ow. Art style will always be better than realism. Hard agree. Hard agree. Started replaying Sekiro recently. Ooh! How's that been going for you? 5 is nice, but it's very much showing its age by now. Jesus Christ, how long has it been since 5 was released? Like 15 years? It's been a long fucking time. 13-ish. Jesus. Oh shit, Rayman! I was not expecting to hear Rayman 1 music, I should say. Where am I going? Oh, I'm dying. That's what I'm doing. I see. Cool. But yeah, I was not expecting to hear Rayman 1 music in this game. Or in this mod, I should say. That's awesome. Owie. Fucked up that it's part of the same gaming generation as Skyrim. GTA 5? Yeah. Where are you going to meet God? Yeah, apparently. I am falling into the... How far down does this go, actually? Let's look. So, we fell from... up there, and... Oh, that just dropped me into the abyss. I see. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Though, if we're being realistic, if this were actually me, I would have gotten stuck in the top. I can't help it. Okay, hang on, wait. I need to deal with this asshole first, so I don't get yoinked off the frickin' ledge. The PS2 had 3 GTA games. GTA 5 has had 3 consoles. Holy shit, when you put it like that, wow. Ow. Like, I'd call it similar to a Half-Life situation, but even then, that's not entirely accurate. Because, Half-Life 3, the thing with Half-Life 3, is that the game was left off on a fucking cliffhanger. Or the whole story was left off on a cliffhanger for, what, the better part of 15, 16 years? And then Half-Life Alyx came out. And now we're, okay, well, sorry, brief Half-Life 3 tangent. Now there's so many fucking weird, well, speaking of weird things. Excuse me, sir, I'm busy. Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, Mario's fine. Why do you ask? Whoops. The grace and confidence with which I dove into infinity. I'm gonna farm up some lives. Whilst I'm doing that, I could feel, let me see, what did I miss in chat? I can feel my bones disintegrating. Yeah. Time doesn't exist. This... It just took... I don't know why. My brain immediately went to the thought of, like, how the hell we got on this timeline in particular. Like, that doesn't have anything to do with GTA 5. It's just... everything that has been happening in my life for over the past, like... Mario? Over the past, like, near 2 decades. Somewhere along the way... I like how I said I'm gonna go farm and then I grabbed one. Let me get at least one more. So far... I don't know, man. Shit's just been weird. Shit's been weird and chaotic and terrible, and this... We are obviously no longer on the prime timeline. Like, somewhere along the way, a major diversion happened, and everything in the world has been going wrong ever since. We are an interesting... You know that old phrase? That old, like, really specific, but when you start thinking about it, really, good threat. I hope you live in interesting times. Yeah, I don't want it anymore. With the Large Hadron colliding in 2012. Was that the Large Hadron Collider, Harambe dying, Trump getting elected? Like, honestly, there's any number of things that have happened within this last, like, decade and a half that could have signified the great divergence from the prime timeline. Hell, could have happened any time earlier. I honestly don't know. But somewhere along the way, we ended up somewhere where we really were not supposed to be. And we can't get out, no matter how hard we try. Ow. But you know what? At the very least... Yeah. I feel like a part of this is feeling how we're... A part of this feeling... Yeah, that's a good point, Drek. We are, in general, just more aware of all the shit going on in the world, so... Hell, let's be honest, this isn't the first time that shit just went wrong in the world, like, all at once. It just feels... I mean, there is a lot of uniquely weird and stupid stuff happening, let's be honest. But we are also much more aware of it, so that's just getting amplified. The 13th century in specific was nuts. Yeah, this time around, as we're going through our as Earth's going through its everything sucks right now phase, we've been cursed with we just happen to get cursed with awareness of things outside of ourselves, and it's both a blessing and a curse. How's a 5-minute break sound? How's a 5-minute break sound, everybody? I need to go to the bathroom anyway and get a refresh, so go get yourself a snack, get yourself something to drink. We'll be right back. I also, for no reason in particular, have to go explode off screen, so I shall see you all in a bit. I'm back. Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. So, let's continue. And maybe I don't die this time. And also, correct Peanut, I am a mouse. Shock horror. We. Of course you got that one, Cheshire. Also, now I need to redo the mouse fact commands. Because they're not quite... Well, I mean, I'll do that after I post the full, like, actual, like, write-up of Salem's setting and such. Which I'll probably do in the next couple of days. Bye. So, hey, camera. It's very nice and all, but please, dear God, thank you. Yeah, we talked about this.
Mamma mia.
I'm going to say nothing more and just go get lives for a bit. Well, Cheshire, maybe you are just a nerd. Have you ever thought of that? I mean, I know I am, so... I need a 2-hour video essay on mouse lore. I don't know if I have enough to fill that much, at least not without massive spoilers to a story I want to make out of it, but... Can we dedicate a whole stream to life collecting? Life collecting? In what way? Blech. Yeah, sorry, folks. Oh, getting one-ups. Okay, yeah. You know what? That's probably a... That's... You know what? That's not a bad idea, honestly. I'm just gonna get 2, and then we're gonna jump back into the music world again. Alright. I will not fall. At least, I'll try my best to. I am a dumb mouse, I apologize. I do my best, but sometimes my brain just don't work correctly and my eye-hand coordination just decides to stop working at the strangest of times. Die 2 times and then come back. Yep, exactly. But you know what? That's just gonna be how it is. Whoops, daisy, that was not what I meant to do. Sorry. The stream is not starting over, surprisingly enough. Honestly, I just went in a circle for some reason. Yeah, running in this game is fun. But yeah, we talked about this a while ago, how as much as I love Mario 64, and I really do love it, the one thing I will always warn anybody who's new to it about, and the one thing I consider its biggest flaw, and it's a big one, is the camera. Like, everything else about it, the movement, the level design, the music, Mario's little noises, the art design, everything else about it I love. The camera can go die a lot. Because it makes me die a lot. Owie. Go away. Okay. You know what? Fortune favors the bold. It certainly fucking did. Goddamn. Also, what is this Paper Mario ass enemy doing in this game? Go away. Yeah. Okay. I've got it. I've got this. I've got this. We're gonna take this nice and carefully. I need more expressions. I need, like, quiet, seething rage face. Yeah, fuck it, we're raw dogging this. Let's go. Why am I so bad at this? Okay, there is no excuse for that. There is no excuse for that. I'm just... At this point, it's funny. And I swear to God, I'm not... It didn't last long. I swear to God, this isn't a bit. I'm actually just this... Whoops, that was the wrong thing. I'm actually just this dumb. I really am. And I need to go back to the main menu. Well, I don't want to reset because that's going to reset the aspect ratio, so let's just die a couple times, I guess. Alright, welcome to the Mario drowning stream, where Mario just drowns a lot. Wow, this is taking a while. God damn, how long can Mario hold his breath? Jesus. Okay, okay. I guess we're just gonna find the largest point I can jump off and just do it repeatedly. Mouse, I am only able to modify GG and chat point redeem, but want to make a silver bloopy. At some point, I do want to do more stuff with my rewards. Okay, at this point, I'm just looking for something to kill me so I can get back to the main menu. You there. You there, sir. Yes, good. Again. I feel like a fucking anime mentor. Good. Again. So it's not just me then. Okay, good. Well, you know what? I just need you to be there. I just need you to be there. That's all I need. What if... Matsy, congrats on leveling to level 6. Did you level up off of me dying, you ass? God damn it. Thank you, Matsu. Appreciate it, sweetheart. You, sir, I need you to kill me in an honorable duel whilst I ram my face into your face. You know what? I just realized there's actually an easier solution to this. Ow. Whee!
It's free. XP. Shrug.
You know what? We're gonna be stylish about this. Oh. I love this. I love this. The soft fade out yell. I don't know why. That's always really funny to me. You there, sir! I need you to kill me immediately. It's like that one ASDF movie thing. Quick, shoot me in the face! Okay. The fucking shit I gotta go through just to get back to the main menu. And thank you very much for the hydrate and stretch, Massey.
Let's go.
And let me just go ahead and stand up for the stretch. That's better. Okay, now back to the... I need to at least get the first star in the music world. I need to at least get that much. Yeah, that point in particular is probably going to be like completely retconned. The whole calling the point where my game is off, the in-between. Now the in-between is just the whole like setting. Well, like the world in which where the I guess the story of Salem takes place. I'm gonna have to come up with new terms because, like, that fucking camera, I swear to God. I'm gonna have to come up with different terms to refer to stuff. So, like, reboot? Kinda. Yeah. You know what? I'll just go ahead and give you all a small primer on at least some of the basic concepts whilst I am attempting to restore this fucking bee. Restore my honor. This bitch needs to go away. What? I just got comboed to death by a fucking bee, and now it's teabagging me, you bitch. Okay, let me just start from the beginning. So, the Unshaped. To give you a brief summation, the Unshaped is an entire dimension that is infinite potential. And by potential, I mean literally anything can be made from the Unshaped and can be unmade in the Unshaped. Potential, as a concept in this setting, is like, in this specific case anyway, is like the ability to make, to just, the Unshaped's ability to be made into anything. It's basically like infinite clay, but on a metaphysical level. Go away. There we go. The Unshaped, is paradoxical because it has, how do I describe this? As a world, it has the ability to be anything, but obviously it has no will of its own. So without anything able to shape it, it remains the Unshaped, obviously. Alright. Oh, this is probably not the great. You know what? We're gonna, since if I'm gonna do a lore dump, we're going to a different world. Nope, never mind. The stubborn bitch in me wants to do
Because of how
this.
a certain manga ended, the word potential activates me like a fucking sleeper agent. I can't explain why without getting into spoilers.
Well, don't worry. We're not gonna be. That term won't be coming up too often. Just the idea is the Unshaped can be made into anything and everything, but it has no will of its own. So it just exists as a dimensional plane of infinite creation with no nothing to shape it. However, the real world, our world, quote unquote, like the human world, we'll just go ahead and call it, has been able to form very faint connections to the Unshaped, specifically through the creation of digital creation, like in particular interactive media, and that extends to interactive media, programs, anything that is created digitally that is meant to be interacted with. Because the whole idea is so much will, idea, and concepts go into the creation of these sorts of things. Well, actually, it's both the going into the creation of them and the use and the intent and desires of the people who use or experience them form like enough concentrations of will, quote unquote, to very, very briefly echo into the Unshaped. And as the trailer suggests, even the faintest echo of will in a world completely devoid of it has an effect. In this particular case, now I'm going to go to a different world. In this particular case, the Unshaped gains small echoes of the ideas that go into the concepts that okay, sorry. I'm trying to, how do I word this? The very loud music is not helping. Okay. Let me just turn the game down a little bit since I'm doing a lot of talking. Where is it? There it is. That's better. Okay. So yeah, digital creation, interactive media, these sorts of programs and all that. The the ideas and concepts and intent that goes into their creation and also that goes into their usage by users and players forms enough raw will to break into the Unshaped, if only just barely. The small echoes of will that manage to leak into the Unshaped essentially float along it like flotsam until enough ideas of a similar kind, or enough echoes that have that came from similar ideas form together and eventually create things, usually entire worlds. And these worlds are, by the nature of the Unshaped, extremely fragile and can very easily just fall back into the Unshaped. Sir. Thank you. What else would be important to know? Well, I guess I could just go ahead and tell you the one that Salem comes from. The In-Between in particular is a collection of many of these different Echo-created worlds. And Salem's is called Horizon, which, considering that this is working off the idea of like humanity's collective digital creation and creative will, a lot of these worlds are formed around the concepts of like video games, but it goes beyond them being just this is the RPG world or this is the racing game world. It's more like the core concept and intent of those types of games and creations form into an amalgamation that creates a world. So in Horizon's case, it's the feeling of adventure and discovery that comes from playing games like Final Fantasy or Elder Scrolls, that sort of thing. It's a world based off the idea of adventure, and so you have a whole bunch of different fantasy tropes and adventure game tropes and even sci-fi tropes that all meld together in a way that still fits. Like Salem, for example, doesn't exactly look like a Swords and Sorceries character creation character. Creation, infinite creation, but no creations. Exactly. Ow. The Unshaped is essentially a personification of the idea of when you have everything and can't think of anything. But yeah. Sir? Thank you. What else was I gonna mention? But yeah. So rather than the worlds that Salem comes from and the worlds that make up the In-Between being just based off of games, they're more like based off of collective similar ideas and concepts and ideals that humanity shares in creating digital media. So like I said, Horizon is adventure. You have another world that I'm calling the Grand Circuit, which is based off of competition, competitiveness, fighting games, racing games, mech battle games, that whole thing. Then we have the horror world, which I'm pretty fond of the name. I came up with it. It's called Descend. And I can't explain to you exactly why I like the name so much without getting into spoilers, but essentially, the worlds that make up the In-Between are the reason. Actually, I should probably mention something else. The reason why Salem still fits the definition of a living program is because, and I know this is going to be a little hard to follow along. This whole concept is weird, and I'm being fucking zapped to death. Hang on. But since the worlds that make up the In-Between came from programs and video games, the foundations of programs and video games is code. So code, or coding, or some force that's similar to coding became the foundational rule of nature for the In-Between. So, in a very indirect and existential way, Salem is a sentient program, and holy shit, I got the sixth one. I immediately jumped to the sixth one. Whoops. But okay, yeah, that's the In-Between and that's the Unshaped. A very general overview of the two. So theoretically, you could get from one world to another by walking through the tropes that the worlds have in common. Well, that's the thing. What connects these worlds is, I don't have a name for the thing that connects them. For now, I'm just going to call it the hallway. But it's essentially a lattice work that connects them, and it's the reason why these worlds are able to stay stable. The worlds in general also are given guardians that keep each one stable, and as each one is kept stable, they all are, and thus don't get absorbed back into the Unshaped. Salem, as you could probably guess, is the guardian of Horizon. And unlike most guardians and most citizens, I guess citizens or people, life within In-Between, Salem is rather detached from his world and is able to travel between different worlds and pockets of will, I guess you could call it, at will. Though when outside of Horizon, he's bound by the rules of that world, which is how I'm going to go ahead and justify me doing the stream thing. And, well, rather, it's how I justify the idea of him being at... Hi? I don't think you're supposed to be able to do that. I can't do that. What the hell? But yeah. There's actually a lot... Whoa. I won't get into the whole, like, reasons and nitty-gritty for Salem being the way he is, but just to give an idea for his kind of character, where most guardians, in the in-between, are very... usually anyway, take their job very seriously. They are usually very distant, cold, either cold or just very not super personable because they keep themselves distant. Salem is the exact opposite of that, and not in a he abuses his power way. It's more that he just became a local celebrity in his own world, because he's on friendly terms with basically everyone there. And all the non-Guardian living things are, well, the closest I guess we could just go ahead and call them NPCs. And the reason why most Guardians elect to stay detached is because the NPCs don't understand or are aware of the concept of the in-between or the Unshaped. Their whole existence is confined to the world they're in. In a sense, they are, well, they're NPCs. They carry out their role within the world they were created. Salem is among many, one of the many Salem is unique in that he has awareness, which is why he was made a Guardian. All Guardians are like that, to some extent. And again, there's a whole lot of shit that, there's a whole lot of story stuff that's, I want to do something with someday, so I'm not going to get into spoilers, but basically, Salem is a very free-spirited, chill, flirty, and chaotic gremlin as he is, as he is as myself, as my Sona, and is unique in that he, is pretty unbound by the typical rules and laws that bind a Guardian to their world. Also, hi, Eggs Machina. Welcome, and thank you very much. I'm very happy with how my PNG tuber came out. Ow. I was in the, you arrived the stream mid me giving a primer to the lore I'm putting together from Salem's whole setting. So, but that being said, that is the general gist of everything that's at least important to understand about the immediate setting. And there's more I want to talk about, but I'm probably going to write a whole bunch of that down later. And I feel like I'm boring all of you, so I'm going to go ahead and get back to the game now. God, I really am that one fucking Twitter post I saw where someone's like, me excitedly wanting to share the ideas for my characters with my friends. Hey, have I told you about my
Keep spouting lore, mouse boy. I require more of it.
Well, then eventually I'll get to writing some stuff down, or maybe like have a full stream dedicated to talking about the setting and all that. Oh, and yes, by the way, yes, for some, because I'm sure some of you have been wondering, if the in-between is made up of worlds that are based off of all of humanity's collective intent behind its digital creations, yes, there is a horny world. And yes, it is one of the biggest in the in-between. I'm calling it Pulse at the moment. And if you're wondering, no, the story that I have in mind for Salem does not go there, but I mean, he has to at least talk about it. Should be worried about an AI invasion. You know, there's a lot about the setting I haven't like thought of, like how does AI factor into all that? I don't know. Basically, I'm just rolling with what I got at the moment. We know, don't worry. In fact, honestly, the idea I had for revealing Pulse is just one of the other characters that's accompanying Salem remarks on, whoa, that world out there they're like traveling through different worlds because Salem's like taking them between them. And they notice Pulse, they notice it's fucking massive, and they're like, is that a place we're going? And Salem just responds, I don't know, did you want to get freaky tonight or something? And eventually goes on to explain, okay, so you know how our worlds are made up of the wills and intents behind humanity's creative intent and stuff like that? Well, what do you think that one was made from? I like writing this shit, it's fun. Does Salem have an arch enemy? Not really. Well, that world, we don't go there unless you don't plan on walking straight for a few days. Exactly. And I guess you could say, in Pulse's case, it's less just the porn world and more the hedonism world. Like the idea of the nightlife, living for pleasure and nothing but. It's that concept just made into its own reality. But like fucking Coruscant, where the deeper you go, the freakier it gets. Something like that. It's a gigantic, like, nightlife city that's visible from the outside. Like, you can see the shapes of certain worlds before you actually enter them. The Red Light District. Yeah, it's the Red Light District made into a world, basically. Oh my god, fast. Okay, what the fuck am I even here to do? The Angry Sun's Pyramid Climb. Okay, I got so distracted just talking about mouse lore stuff. But yeah, I don't really necessarily, like, Salem doesn't necessarily have an arch enemy, but again, I don't want to get into spoilery stuff for if I decide to do anything with oh, this is what we gotta do. Okay. Shit. If I decide to do anything with the setting, and I definitely want to someday. You got me wanting to talk about my own world's lore. It's fun to do, right? Just swap ideas and shit. And just create, well, wasn't that immensely threatening? I think the sun is a little glitched. That sun really is just the personification of, man, I'm just here for the fucking paycheck. Yep, back in we go. Sandy race with Koopa the Quick. Oh dear. Sounds cool. Had no idea Salem was a program. Yeah, I've been running off the idea of Salem being a sentient program for a while, and like inhabiting his own game world where like, the original like vague idea was he inhabits his own game world where like while the game is off, quote unquote, he basically becomes a demigod and can control it how he wants. And that concept just kind of evolved into the in-between and all that. Thank you. And yeah, I'll do a write-up about it eventually. Hey Mario, I've been practicing running to the top of Koopa Canyon. Do you think you have what it takes to beat me this time? I'm really, really fast now. Pardon me. Okay, I don't know where we're going, but sure. Oh god, he really is fast. Okay, this may be an issue. So, I don't know where we're going at all. And of course, he's just gonna walk up the fucking wall. Of course he will. Cheater. Also, fucking, I still love the double dash music being used here. Yeah. So wait, where are we going? Oh my god, he's already there. Jesus Christ. Okay. Good lord. Alright, well, in that case, let's look around a little bit. How the hell did we get up here quicker? Well, not that way. Oh, I'm dead. That's quicksand. Oopsie daisy.
Mamma mia.
So, despite this stream being mostly Salem rambles about his hyperfixations and dies a lot, hope you're all having fun. Yep. Boop. And there's also something else, although speaking of the, continuing on the topic of the Unshaped and such, less so about explaining it, more just talking about the whole concept. The reason why I went with the, like, when I was coming up with the idea for the Unshaped, I still kept it to the general idea, the general idea of it being a world that's formed by video games and such. But I ended up going a little more indirect with it, and expanded it to just being the worlds are made up of concepts that go into like interactive and digital creations that share certain themes, and they're more made from the concepts and intent behind them than the games themselves. And I really like that concept a whole lot more, because there's a lot more you can do with that. And it's also the kind of setting that people could take and run with, you know? Where, yep, you can come up with your own ideas for worlds or characters, and it's just like, yeah, sure, fuck it, why not? That could exist in there. As long as you can think of a way to justify its existence. Visit the shitpost world and die of heart failure. Yeah, of course there's gonna be a world like that. Or like an unserious world, a shitposty world, a trolling world, or whatever you want to use it for. I guess mischief would be the more generalized idea behind that. Is this a death pit? I think this is a death pit. Is this a death pit? It is not a death pit. Huh, okay. Oh well, I mean, it very well could be if I'm not careful. Oh god, I just had a scary thought. Was that Cheshire? Mischief would be a perfect name for it. A world like Reddit. Oh god. Pretentiousness? Ow. I'm not sure what concept would go into creating that, but I kind of get what you're talking about, yeah. Nice. A world like Fortune. That would just be the world we were already talking about, basically. It wouldn't be the entire, it wouldn't like be a world that's made out of 4chan. It's more like the kind of energy that goes into the doings of places and things like 4chan, you know? The unserious cynicism. Everyone makes fun of you and cracks jokes instead of answering the damn question. Yeah, something like that. Okay, so right, I need to raise Koopa the Quick. I'm just trying to find, is there a quicker way for me to get up here? I mean, I guess I could just try and be real fast. Let's just give it another try. Salem fell in that sand, his ass is getting stuck. Yep. If I fell in the sand here, I'd be creating a whole sand pit. Okay, you know what? Just spamming long jump still works well enough. That's fine. You asshole, don't you dare! Ah! Wait. He went the long way. He went the long way, you bitch! Oh my god, he rubber banded back over. Good lord. Okay. Alright, dude, calm down. It's not that serious. He really did throw for content. Well, you know what? It helps, so... Oh, and also, yes, of course, Salem has been to the horny world before, so... Really, he's been to almost... He's not really every world, but he's been to a lot. Sir, damn it! I thought you could get. I thought I could get your shell out of you. Okay, wait. That's not sand, or is that mud? I guess that's supposed to be mud. Something like that. Looks like rock, but I don't know. Yeah, honestly, like. It's interesting to me. It's like I'm very much not good with horror, but coming up with a horror world sounds really fun to me. Just both from a, you know, you can do the campy kind of, it can encompass like everything from the more campy kind of horror that's like more about just being really fun and like silly. And just sharing popular iconography. And then it can also start being legitimately fucking terrifying and then psychologically disturbing and like delve into the realms of being a cognito hazard. How the hell would people live in it? They just have. That's just the only world they've known. And again, the people, quote unquote, that inhabit these individual worlds vary extremely differently between them. Like Salem's world of Horizon has the typical, it like has probably the most like expected and typical citizenry, because you know it's based off of adventure, which is an extremely ubiquitous, is that the word? It's a very common feeling amongst humanity. And you know, the concepts and games that it's born from are all, at least in fair, but yeah, they look like people basically, but you know, anthros and other types of things, because there's another aspect of the in-between that I need to get into, but we'll get into that in a sec. Or even if you do everything right and still die to the monster, yeah. Well, again, that's part of that feeling of fear, is the loss of control. So yeah, there would absolutely be parts like that. But yeah, the citizenry of any of the individual worlds can be anything, really. It just needs to revolve around the concept that the world was created from. I guess you could say it's less of a concept and more of a feeling and intent. Yeah, something like that. That is a very unhappy skull. That skull is very mildly miffed about something. That's just very energy. Oh, also, the other thing I was going to explain. Whoops! As I die. The other thing I was going to talk about was humans entering the in-between. Leon Kennedy NPC obliterating hordes of zombies and making cheesy one-liners. Abso-fucking-lutely there's gonna be a character like that. But yeah, there's one, the idea of humans entering the in-between. It's obviously not exactly something that's very common. Considering that human will has such a dramatic effect on the Unshaped and can be extremely fucking dangerous if you don't know how to control it. Humans don't inhabit the Unshaped. Humans just don't find a way into the Unshaped. In fact, basically nobody actually knows it exists. Isaac Clarke would be surviving, but he wouldn't be happy about it. Isaac Clarke would be very grumpy, but yeah, he'd be living. But in the specific case of Salem and his story, 2 humans do end up in the Unshaped. And end up in Horizon specifically. Don't fall into there, thank you. Most would think of it as a dream. Yeah, something like that. But, well, that's the thing, though. Because the Unshaped is, like, completely cut off from the real world, quote-unquote, there's a very fine line between the two. Once you're in, it's... Obviously, it would be very hard to get back out. Aside from, like, going through, a similar method that, like, that got you in there, essentially. Hi. But yeah, when the two humans of this particular story somehow end up within the in-between, they do end up changed and transformed when they land within Horizon. Why? I don't really have a lore reason for it. I just find that whole idea fun, so... Input the Konami code. Fucking... The star was right there, probably. God damn it. 2 humans and a mouse. Familiar. I actually am not sure what we're referencing there. Until you tell... I'm sure it's one of those things that once you mention it, I'll be like, oh, fuck, right. Oh, 2 lighteners and a darkener. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got what you... Okay. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not shy about the I'm not shy about the inspirations, but there's other reasons for why, you know, there's other reasons you would want to have 2 outsiders and 1 insider in that particular case. Whoops. They're just talking about Mouse Hunt. I don't know what that is. What was I gonna say? You should feel cringed for being inspired by things. Yeah, I know, I'm so sorry. But yeah, no, there's actually a lot of narrative reasons you would want to have that character set up. Like, it's not just Deltarune that's done that kind of thing before. A lot of stories that involve, like, an outer world and an inner world, or a dream world and a real world and stuff. A lot of stories have used that similar setup. Characters of 3, like a trio of 3 main characters, is actually really, like, I wouldn't necessarily say easy, but there's a whole lot of ways you can write their dynamics. And, like, being able to have 3 characters interact is, well, very, it's a lot more manageable than going for something a lot more. What I tend to find is, particularly when it comes to RPG games and such, any game that has like a shit ton of characters puts a whole lot of effort and writing into them when they're first introduced, and then more often than not, they are almost completely forgotten the instant the story is no longer focused on them. Like they barely have a presence after that. Like my brain barely has a presence in my head. So limiting your main cast to 3 characters actually avoids that headache, and still is still able to be very fun to write with. Because you can then have like temporary characters be a part of the group and stuff like that. I'm sorry, I started rambling. Where the hell were we again? Right, I think I was actually like talking about a human being's influence on the Unshaped, and then I just got completely sidetracked. But long and short of it, enough characters to be interesting, not enough to ignore any of them. Exactly. Every character gets time in the spotlight. There's enough character interaction for them to be interesting, and all of them... A trio is a very manageable setup to give all of them meaningful development as well. I haven't yet. I guess because I've yet to draw them. But... I will eventually. And when I say humans, it's more, I more mean, you know, they come from the human world, while in the in-between they are distinctly not human they are distinctly not human-shaped, so... But yeah, I'll eventually come up with designs for them. I do at least have in mind that, what general vibe they are, so... Okay, now. Once I get this, I'm probably gonna call it there for the night. There we go, Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay, Jesus. Ow, my fucking chest. Ugh. Over-tensed muscles. Anyway. Folks, that is going to do it for tonight. Thank you all very much for joining me. Always a pleasure to have you all here to join me. And despite the fact that tonight was mostly rambling and me dying, as always, I do still hope you had fun. I definitely enjoyed myself. That being said, I'm going to drop y'all off on Link. We'll be live again on Wednesday. And I will get around to making an actual write-up of the story, setting, and lore of Salem and his world eventually. Someday. But, either way, for now, you all have a wonderful evening. Take care of yourself. Stay healthy. Stay happy. And, bye.